We are here on what some people know as Earth Day. On Earth Day, where we're all supposed to go back to being worms or maggots or something, Biden is going to announce that the United States is going to cut our carbon emissions by 50% by 2030. Well, that's fine if you want to drop dead. I don't think we should go back to pagan cult rituals, and we should celebrate Mars Day because America just made an incredible breakthrough. We landed a rover on Mars, and we just flew the first helicopter on Mars.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Kennedy intended 20 Apollo missions to the moon, but by 1967, 3 of them were eliminated. Do you realize we have not landed on the moon since 1972? And I should also say that the United Arab Emirates and China are at Mars as well. Prince Philip is probably trying to get there so he can prevent all human life from being established there. If we solve the problem of fusion energy, we will have unlimited energy for anyone on this planet, and I have news for you. This planet probably could hold 100 billion people easily, with a higher standard of living than we have right now.
You had a few things to say about rail and other infrastructure that needs to be built, which of course will not be allowed under the Green New Deal.
Right.
You could tell people something about that.
Right, the Green New Deal is a complete sham. We all know it. We all know it's just for get some dollars in a few people's pockets, and that's it. The Silk Road, I've been looking at a lot from China's perspective, what they are doing in Africa, Jamaica, and across the world. Is I see that the USA are behind. I think that would be something good to start right here in the state of New York. People, it is time that we take our freedom back. It is time that we respect each other again. We are so divided. It's no way that we can survive being divided as we are. We have millions living in the city of New York. Let's do some kind of high-speed rail so we can connect upstate Western New York with New York City itself.
That's a magnetically levitated train in a vacuum tube.
Correct.
So it can go about 1,000 miles an hour. So you could go to California and you could arrive before you left.
Right,
because
you could come
of the time change.
But you know, you can come to New York City. Everybody loves New York City. I love
Right.
New York City. You can come here and you can work for 8 hours, and you can be back
Exactly.
home in time for dinner, about 30 minutes from here to California. So that makes a lot of sense. So we can uncrowd the city and get things going again.
China used it, Japan used it, Spain used it. China built about 30,000 kilometers of high-speed rail in 10 years. New York City built 2 miles in 10 years. And we've been building the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway for 35 years.
If we get transportation going, we can get people living out of the city, and then we can fix the infrastructure here.
It is individual human creativity which is the source of wealth, not money. You can try eating money. You can try heating your house with it. What a whole bunch of people are going to discover is it doesn't work very well. They discovered it in Texas in the cold freeze because they had windmills. Only 10% of their power grid was windmills. But guess what? When it got cold, the windmills froze. And then what? 200 people died. You know, Goldman Sachs can be a power holding company. So we now have banks that are controlling our electrical grid, not electricians, not engineers, bankers. None of these blood-sucking bankers are in jail because Eric Holder told us all about it. Eric Holder, Barack Obama's attorney general, the guy who was arming all the drug cartels south of the border. Well, Eric Holder said, you can never indict a banker. Our whole damn system depends on criminal drug money laundering, human trafficking laundering. It's a bunch of crime. We're not building anything. And Eric Holder said we're never going to put a banker in jail. So the people who destroyed the country, who work right here on Wall Street, never are going to be prosecuted unless you elect Derrick Gibson for governor and you elect Diane Sare for U.S. Senate. and we finally take on these rotten crooks.